Edit out the start here, it's all good. Hi friends, we're Janet Jones from High Country United Church and
Marilyn Nash from High Country United Church by
here
way of
is
Brampton. Camilla!
We're in Camilla! Thanks for joining me tonight, Marilyn.
Thanks for letting me.
We're doing our social distance. Communion table's not too bad a size, so that's really good. So today is Sunday, July the 5th. We're doing good. I remember the day. Right? I keep forgetting. Why don't I do anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the heat. I'm sure it was the most delightful. Marilyn, what did you do today? Anything exciting?
I finished cutting the grass, around the edge.
Yeah.
The trimmer. I checked out some stuff on my computer. I went to church. I think twice. I went here. I went to Heartlight.
Save some gas too.
This is true. This is true. And now I'm up here to get my 78 pies for my friends.
So much fun. Oh gosh.
Dear.
I was able to get out with my friend Stephanie, who lost her Nana, so just to spend some time Pokemoning with her and just to distract her from her grief and all this other stuff she's got going on. So it was good to see her. And
distraction is good.
Just yes. Amen to that. And I don't think there's really a whole lot of anything going on. Although, I'm really curious. This week I'll be looking up. I heard Doug Ford talk about possibly getting to stage 3 near the end of July. So that's going to be my next research is, have you named any parameters on what that looks like? So we're still on par for September gathering as council to reevaluate everything. But I don't know if you guys have looked at some of the risk factors. I just want to keep this mindful of for y'all. The scale I saw was either 0 to 9 or 1 to 10, but there was no 10, so 1 to 9, I don't know. Anyway, so the highest risk was the 9, and it was large events, so concerts and things like that, and church is at a level 8, so we're really high up because, well, I'm gonna be honest, if you let me. It seems that church people don't like to abide by the rules. Have you ever experienced that? And so one of the documents I was reading was, can you ensure that your people will not hug or hold hands or these? And I'm like, I can't be sure because they're just such lovable people. So that's a factor that plays into that level 8 because we are who we are. So I'm going to just keep reading up on that, but read up on it too. And if you see anything interesting or concerning or something you're wondering about, let me know because maybe I haven't even seen it yet, which is possible because I'm learning chemistry. It's Greek to me. Everyone's like, do you know this? I'm like, nope. And I'm listening to the lessons and I'm like, I got nothing. I recognize the odd word. I don't even remember the words. They're science words. And I know, I love science for other people. I love science experiments, but I don't like, it's not my thing. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. But on the other hand, I'm gonna do some chemistry and make some more peanut butter chocolate balls tomorrow. So that. Anyway, okay, so tonight we're doing pre-recorded and posting for our regular time. So Marilyn, thanks so much for meeting me tonight. I know it was just kind of a fluke, so.
I got to pick up my pies for my friends.
So the goal is to get this done, get your pies to you, and then rush home, get this uploaded and premiered for that normal time. So that's the hope. We'll see how it goes. We shall pray about that. So as it is, let's say 8 o'clock-ish, right now, let us light our candle in solidarity with our brothers and sisters around the world. And as a sign of hope, in these very different times that seem to be never ending. So Marilyn, you're going to read our psalm for us today, and it's still Psalm 119. It's the biggest psalm ever.
It's so I'm going to try. It's titled Zayin, Z-A-Y-I-N. Maybe not be pronounced right, but that's what I'm doing. Remember your word to your servant, for you have given me hope. My comfort in my suffering is this: your promise preserves my life. The arrogant mock me unmercifully, but I do not turn from your law. I remember, Lord, your ancient laws, and I find comfort in them. Indignation grips me because of the wicked, who have forsaken your law. Your decrees are the theme of my song wherever I lodge. In the night, Lord, I remember your name, that I may keep your law. This has been my practice. I obey your precepts.
What I like about that one was obeying your ancient law. And when I think to the 10 Commandments and how they have carried us through decades, centuries, the ages, just by simple rules of living. I kind of like that. I'm just gonna say every day we get a mini sermon. All right, let us sing our little ditty. Let's see what note we want to start with tonight. Stay with us through the night. Stay with us through the pain. Stay with us, blessed stranger, till the morning breaks again. That's one of the favorite parts about technology is, I'm sorry. If my phone goes off, recording stops. And it's like, oh, so nobody call during the hours of, okay?
My friends are worried.
I haven't heard anything new for our prayer list. I'm just going through my head to see if I remember seeing any emails. I know a few people are just starting to tune in to worship, so I'm so glad. But other than, I've heard, well, Devin's back home, so we're going to continue praying for him and his family. We gave an update on baby Baylor, who will be at hospital for quite a long time, being only 2 pounds, and the brain bleeds and so much. So, but he's doing as good as can be expected. So it's not the worst situation, but we continue to pray. Other than that, I think we have a regular list. But we will add Canada because we talked about Canada today. I think that's great. All right? Let us pray. Loving and gracious God, we thank you for the world we live in. Well, most of it. We have our moments, oh God, where we wish there were times or places or things happening and that weren't. And so, God, for those things, help us. Help us to find the positive, the good, or the social justice we need to take within it. We give you thanks for Canada. We all have different experiences of life here, be it first-generation Canadians or many-generation Canadians or Aboriginals and so forth. And so it's my prayer today that we can find thanks for at least one thing about our country. And so I thank you for all the land and the water that we can access for hikes to find you, oh God. And as we live out this life of pandemic living, which we all expected not, God, continue to be with us and keep us patient and mindful and vigilant to keep us and others safe. I heard a really great story where there was a store where an employee was working for a few days, but then got tested for COVID and was tested positive, but the hand hygiene and the mask and all the safety protocols kept all the other staff safe as well as clients. And so God, we give you thanks for that, and we pray that we can all learn that this little stuff that might be annoying right now really does have a payoff for our safety and our health. We do pray that you are with that employee though as she recovers. And for all the other employees who had to close their store for 14 days as a precaution, who get a little time off and also are being tested, again, just in case. God, we pray for our friends in congregant settings, so for nursing homes, senior centers, long-term care facilities, shelters, hospitals, hospices, and so many other places. We just pray that all are safe and feeling connected. It is so nice driving by Lord Dufferin and seeing more and more of the residents there enjoying the outdoors. So we give thanks for all the work that everyone is doing and has done to get us here. We pray for all those who work with the public and pray that they are kept safe no matter what job they have, even if it's a one-on-one or one on 1,000 people. God, help us just to be good to each other and to keep our community at the forefront of safety. We pray for our world leaders, our health officials, our politicians, researchers, and all those who are helping to make a difference on how we deal with COVID-19. And just pray your blessing on them as well as, oh God, surround them with wise people. And that being said, we do think of our friends who, our brothers and sisters around the world who are seeing surges in numbers, like the US and India and South Africa and more. God, we have people we have never met who live in these places, and yet they are similar to us, just trying to survive and live and thrive in life. Just keep them safe, oh God, and may healthcare be accessible to them. We pray for our friends at Peel Dufferin Acquired Brain Injury Services and Creative Partners on Stage, that all participants, staff, and volunteers are doing well and are getting what they need. And as programs start to ramp up, may they all feel excited and not too nervous about how will things happen, but that they'll be graceful with each other as they figure that out. We also pray for our friends who might be feeling lonely. So we're thinking of Winnie, Daphne, and Doreen. And God, we pray that they are getting phone calls and feeling connected in some way. May they feel your presence and maybe help them find some kind of routine to break it up for them. For our friends who are going through some pretty hard stuff right now, we're thinking of Joan, who is palliative, and pray that Darlene and Arnold and Joan's daughters are able to visit her in some way. For Colin, who is pulling through, and I appreciate that his wife Connie has sent a picture of Colin in the prayer blanket, and we give thanks that he is improving. And so God, our prayers continue with both of them. For Nancy and Paul in their move, oh God, be with them. They're not the most eager to be moving, but they know it's happening. So may they be blessed by great neighbors. Thinking of Jeff too, who continues to recover after a tree fell on his car driving to work, a friend of mine named Stacey's brother. And for baby Baylor, who keeps fighting the fight, and so God be with him and everyone who is around him. We give thanks that one of the NICU nurses kind of adopted him, so she's taking extra special care, and his crib area is being decorated by Disney things, so it's kind of like home. We're thinking of Aaron and Bobby, John, Bob, Marston, Debbie, Lee, Lloyd and Doris, Nancy, Sheila, and Wilma, and all the health stuff they have going on. God, many are in the stage of recovery, and so we ask that your healing spirit be within them, and that they're able to move a little bit more about. And for those who are in the midst of treatment, we ask you to be with them as they endure all that comes with it. Be with their loved ones and grant them patience and grace and rest to keep them restored and helping along the journey. And for those who have made decisions to end treatment, oh God, be with them in comfort and peace and joy. We're thinking also of Lisa and Ryan and the Gillettes and the Manzaroles, as they all have different kind of things going on. God, I just pray that they are feeling loved and supported by friends and family, and that they have all that they need, even if they have to wait for processes. I pray that a shift might happen where there is anger or bitterness, that things might come together a little easier in some of the situations. And God, I know that's maybe not possible, but I believe in the impossible. So I pray. I just ask you to be with all of them, as their family means everything. I also pray for our friends who are grieving. So I'm thinking of Stephanie, who was able to get through the day. For Sheila, who just longs to hear from friends. And for our friend Marilyn here, who was able to visit Dawn in the garden today.
And I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful my friends needed pies. That I could do this.
God, I ask you to wrap them all up in your love. And give them patience as they work through their grief. And may they feel the spirit of their loved ones surround them when they might feel alone or lonely. And may they feel our love surround them even when we can't be near them. Loving God, as I also see all the traffic on Highway 10 as we come up, oh my goodness gracious, shield our roads. Grant drivers patience and the ability to pull over and breathe, or to rest if they are tired or angry. May the cops be abundant to scare the speeders down. But God, I just pray that everyone is kept safe, as we are definitely into the summer traveling on those roads. We're also thinking of all that's happening in our world. So for the whole Black Lives Matter issues that are kind of stirring up society. God, help us to read the stories of Jesus on how he interacted with the marginalized. And help us to remember that as time goes by, us white people will be the marginalized ones. It's not easy stuff, oh God, and so if we put up a wall or have anger as these conversations happen, not just to breathe, not just to listen, just plant a seed. But I pray that we all can find a way to be brothers and sisters a little more harmoniously in this world. In the silence of our hearts, we give over to you other prayers that weigh on us this night. Loving God, as I sit in this silence, for some reason I hear an organ and a choir singing in my head, and I'm like, okay, my soul wants church to be normal again.
You do.
I think we all do. And so God, as we patiently wait out COVID-19, as we patiently wait to hear about reopening and how we'll reopen and whatnot, just be with us. Help our technology and our internet continue working to the best, if not better ability, if possible. And I just give you great thanks that we can share the life and work and ministry of High Country United Church with so many more beyond these walls. God, grant us a deeper faith, a deeper longing for you, and a deeper longing for a better world as we be the church outside and in life. Help us to continue to share smiles and joy and forgiveness and patience and love as we might go down the aisle the wrong way or enter through the wrong door or forget the 6 feet distance. But God, help us not to judge. And I pray that through all of this, we will learn something about ourselves and about each other that might even make us more connected to you. We pray this together saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So nice having someone else here to do that. It's funny when Evelyn does it, because she's always like, when are we going to end this? Like, it's always fun to watch. Marilyn, thanks again for being willing to read the scripture tonight and for being another...
That was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Yeah, and I know that. That's why I was like, oh, hurry up and hop on it. She said yes. Okay, all right.
I thought I could probably do it. Give it a try.
And that one wasn't too bad.
No.
Others might be harder.
Yes, there wasn't any.
Yes.
There wasn't any talk about going to heaven and all that sort of stuff.
No. So I think I'm gonna have some fun with our reflections this week, and so I think you're gonna encounter some peanut butter chocolate ball making. That'll keep me on par for getting them done. You can watch me eat one. I'm kidding. But we'll find something to connect our faith. So I'm just wondering, because I need to make peanut butter cookies this week too. What else? I don't know. We'll see what happens this week. I just feel like I need a light week. Canada was okay, but I'm like, being in the kitchen is just a miracle in its own. And my friend Yvonne will attest to that. So we'll see what happens. So if you're doing something interesting in the kitchen this week, please don't share that you're cleaning. I hope you're all cleaning. Unless it's really, really bad. No, I'm just kidding. We'll judge you. Don't do that. But if you're making something interesting or a new recipe, let us know. Maybe we should all try it. And then maybe, because we didn't do our annual soup competition this year, maybe we should do who makes the best peanut butter chocolate balls. It'll be me, because they're blessed. But no, I'm kidding. All right. Okay, I'm going to leave you. I can babble on. I still need dinner. You still need pies. So this is Rev Jan
and Marilyn.
All right, and we're going to say to you, as always, friends, God is with you. And night-night. You still have this down.
What can I say?